This is my home, and I am preparing my children ready for school before I go to work. Raymond, come take this thing for me. I have just finished preparing a popular Sierra Leonean breakfast called La Fidi, and one of its main ingredients is palm oil. Yeah, no, follow me, kiss. My name is Aminata Finda Massaquoi. I am a journalist and the national coordinator for WoNARPI, a women's advocacy network in Sierra Leone. Palm oil is a vital part of the foods we eat every day. It has deep cultural benefits, and it is the mainstay of our traditional economy, which is driven mostly by rural women. While the men usually work the land and harvest the fruits, the women provide most of the labor required to extract the oil. This gives them a great deal of social prestige and economic benefits. But all of this is changing now, and in this podcast, we will find out why. Welcome to the Lives of Women in Malen, the first of a series of podcasts on women's struggle for land by World Rainforest Movements. With me, Aminata Finda Massaquoi. For me, this is personal. I have been working with and advocating for the rights of rural women for many years. I have listened to their complaints and seen the realities on the ground for most of them. Therefore, helping to amplify their voices through this platform gives me great joy and sense of hope. Most of these women are breadwinners. They work the land and therefore they are land users. But when multinational companies come, they engage men and exclude women from all negotiations. In the end, it is the women and their children who suffer the most. Besides losing farmlands, women also lose their own small plantations, which guarantees them a regular source of income.
And I'm named Aminata from Malen, Pujon District, Malen Chiefdom. I don't date Malen.
I have been in Malen Chiefdom for over 30 years. Before Socfin came and took our land, we used to do vegetables farming apart from planting rice, and we used the proceeds to educate our children. We used to get medicine from certain herbs and roots, but all that is no more.
Beaucoup vegetables that will be put on the farm apart from the rest.
Palm oil is much more than a cash crop. It is essential for food security in Sierra Leone, which is one of the poorest countries in the world. And in one of the largest palm oil producing districts of this country, an area that was badly affected by the 1991 to 2002 civil war. The importance of this crop to women and the local economy is under threat. Why palm oil production? This time, not traditionally, but on a large-scale industrial plantation. To find out more, I'm heading to the location of this plantation in the Malen Chiefdom, which is in Pujon District, southern Sierra Leone. The road from the district capital of Pujon to Malen town is about 90 minutes long. As soon as you hit the chiefdom, the landscape changes. The bushlands, farms, and rich biodiversity, more typical of this region, have been replaced by hectares and hectares of oil palms on either side. The palms are owned by Socfin Agricultural Company, a subsidiary of the Luxembourg-based multinational, the Socfin Group. In 2011, Socfin signed a 50-year land lease agreement with the government of Sierra Leone and the local chiefdom authorities, which handed more than 18,000 hectares of land over to the company, and that's nearly 70% of the chiefdom's total area. The deal sparked over a decade of violence and division in Malen chiefdom, with locals saying that they are not properly consulted or compensated for their lands, and that Socfin has not lived up to its promises of building of schools, roads, hospitals, and providing scholarships for their children. I am here to find out more from some of these women who are most affected by the company's arrival in this area.
This lost way they don't come plan around.
Mami Sano is from the village of Jumbu Malen, a small community on the main road leading to San Malen town. Sano has 5 children and 5 grandchildren to look after. She leased her land to Socfin in 2011 and says she received only a small amount of money in return.
So I asked Mami Samo what she used to grow on her land before Socfin came.
We used to grow peanuts and peppers and process our own palm oil. But we have to buy all of these things now. When I had my land, I would just get palm fruit from my garden, process them, extract the palm oil and sell it. Now we don't have land and we don't have money.
Mami Sano tells me that she is worried about having enough food for her children and that she regrets leasing her land to Socfin.
I regret now if my land here.
I regret it now. If I still had my land, I'd be able to grow a lot of things and survive. But now I cannot do that. How will I survive?
But why would the government and the chiefdom authorities in Malen agree to a land deal of this nature that makes survival almost impossible?
Once in this community, they call the company Socfin. Not so Socfin, now suffer for we.
They are just calling this company Socfin, but actually it should be called suffering, because their coming here has brought suffering upon us. We had our land we used to enjoy because we could have money to look after ourselves, but now women look older than their ages.
Not everyone in this chiefdom agreed to lease their land to Socfin, but even these people are suffering, and I saw this firsthand when I visited.
Right now, the sufferness they permit the Bangaba.
My name is Maria Tukambo from Jumbu Malen in Kemo section. I have a small plantation of palm oil here, but I can't process it because the company doesn't allow us. I don't have anything to do. Even when I harvest my oil palm fruit, I cannot process it. As soon as they see us here, security men come and accuse us for stealing the company's palm fruit. Even getting hold of palm oil to cook with is difficult for us. There is nothing we can do.
Even though I have some working knowledge of what these women go through on a daily basis, I was so shocked to hear the magnitude of the problem. Why would the company arrest locals for processing palm oil on their own land?
Farmer chief and the company.
We are like tools in the hand of the company and the paramount chief. The paramount chief does to us what the company wants and ignore our concerns.
So we no get freedom.
Faba says that the women and the people in Malen wants the land deal with Socfin to be renegotiated and arrive at a win-win solution, or the people must have their lands back. I am back home with my family and we've just finished eating another local dish, potato leaves and rice, prepared with palm oil and fish. I chose to cook this dish to remember the significance of palm oil to women and their families in Sierra Leone. I want to say a big thanks to my producer, Abdul Samba Brahma, and to everyone who contributed. Special thanks also to you for making time to listen. I am Aminata Finda Massaquoi.